Hi, this is Bill Bronchick, and in this video I'd like to share with you my 3 favorite ways to find deals in today's market. Now, a lot of people do the what I call lazy thing, in that they hunt on the multiple listing service using a real estate broker to go find them deals, and as you've probably figured out by now, that's not working very well. There's not a lot of supply of houses on the multiple listing, and a lot of people are looking in the same place. So my 3 favorite ways other than on the MLS are: number 1, for sale by owner properties; number 2, motivated landlords; and number 3, probate properties. Let's talk about each one of those. The for sale by owner market are people trying to sell their house on their own without a real estate broker or a real estate agent. Now think about that. Why would you do that? 97% of houses sell on the open market with a real estate broker or agent. Why is that person selling for sale by owner? That's an interesting question, and the only way you're going to know the answer to that question is to pick up the phone and call for sale by owners when you see signs or you see them on the internet. ForSaleByOwner.com and websites like that, Zillow, Trulia, and so forth. Now, ask them the straight out question: why didn't you list it with a real estate agent? Well, you might get a lot of different answers, like, well, I did for 6 months and it didn't sell, so I'm going to try it on my own, or I don't like real estate agents, or I want to get the most money out of my property, or I don't have enough equity in the property to pay a real estate agent. Depending on what that answer is, you might be able to make a deal with that person that the real estate agent or broker didn't think of. Something creative, maybe a lease option, maybe some sort of seller financing. Whatever it is, you're going to get directly in contact with the for sale by owner, not through a broker who's filtering the message. The second category of people are landlords. What amazes me is people who are looking for rental properties look in every place but the place where you would find a rental property: other landlords. So now there's basically 3 types of landlords. There are landlords that want to be professional landlords, and that's what they do. There are maybe a tired or burnt out landlord who's thinking about retiring. And then there's the accidental landlord, somebody who rented it because he might have been in a situation we described earlier where he couldn't sell it and can't afford the monthly payment, and he's trying to rent it to cover his payment. A lot of possibilities there. If they're in category 2 or 3, either a motivated landlord or someone who doesn't want to be a landlord, there's a potential for a deal there. And again, you're not going to know what that is until you pick up the phone and call all of the for rent by owners, including the signs that you see on the street, the ones you see on Craigslist or in the newspaper, and so forth. The third category are probates. Now, there's 2 ways to approach the probate list. One is you find the heirs who are the heirs to the person who's just deceased and try to make a deal with them, but keep in mind you can't buy it from them until they get the ownership through the estate. Or you can try to make a deal with the personal representative of the estate, who might actually be the same person, one of the heirs, but when the property's in probate, the only person who has legal authority to sell it is the personal representative. Now, in every county, you will find legal notices where the personal representative publishes a notice called Notice to Creditors, and it'll say, "Notice to creditors of the estate of Jim Johnson. If you have any claims against this estate, you must put them in writing before a certain date. Contact me at the name and address and phone number below." There you go. That's your contact person. Also, keep in mind, if that is one of the heirs, like the surviving spouse or kid, they're going to be pretty distraught, and make sure you're respectful of that fact. Don't just try to be a vulture and get their property. Be nice about it. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of flack back from them, and they're going to think that you're a bad person. How do you think I know that? So I've learned to deal with that appropriately. So those are 3 really good ways to find properties: for sale by owners, for rent by owners, and the list of people who are in probate. Go ahead and do lots and lots of phone calls, door knocking, mailers. Get this system out where you're getting lots of mailers and calls out a week. Be systematic about it, and just the more you put out there, it's a numbers game, the more potential deals you're going to find. Stop relying on real estate agents to go out and find you deals. You go shake the trees and find the deals yourself. This is Bill Bronchick, and I hope you've enjoyed this video.